One of the problems that most people have are communication issues with the other parent of their child. And one of the main problems that they have is, the relationship failed. And they had a relationship together, and the relationship failed. And there were so many hot topics in that relationship that as soon as they are brought up by either party, the other one immediately goes from 0 to 100 angry. And even though the relationship is over with, you have to put on your mom and dad hat and set that stuff aside. And it's very, very difficult to do that, to get through those initial stages of the separation to where you can get to the point where you can just say, hey, no big deal, it happens, or, sorry, I won't do it again, and move on. And actually start showing the other side the respect they deserve as the parent, maybe not as the spouse or the boyfriend, girlfriend. And why it's so important to get to that place is because if you don't, when we go to trial, we'll have all your text messages, all your social media, where you got on Facebook and you said, guess who's late again? The blank blanking blankety blank, and have a picture of them looking like they just got out of bed. And when we roll that into court, the judge is going to say, why do you think the whole United States of American world needs to see you bad-mouthing the other parent on social media? Well, the judge is not going to be impressed. The judge is equally not going to be impressed with all the bickering back and forth. You smell, and the judge is just going to say, look, you both smell. You both have descended down into a dark, deep place, and it just needs to stop. And the other thing you also people have to watch is, hey, I can be appropriate for a while, I can do well, and then they'll push my buttons and I'll overreact. So they're the bad guy, and then I become the bad guy times 100. And then I look unhinged, like I have no business raising kids. So it's definitely difficult when we're dealing with all of that. It's especially difficult because we can bring all your text messages into court. And if you have been sending stuff that is not in the best interest of your child, well, you're not making good decisions, and that affects what the judge thinks about your parenting style and your ability to parent and communicate with the other side. All of that is so very important when the judge is trying to determine if the two of you can share joint custody and who needs to be the primary custodian of the minor child.